All right, what is going on? Hope everyone's doing well today. Welcome to another episode of Hey Mark, the podcast where I, Mark, get to have open and authentic conversations about things like mental health and self-development and the things that we go through on a regular basis, the things that maybe the struggles, the adversities that we have to overcome, and the ones that we don't get to talk about, or the ones that maybe don't get talked about, whether that's because there's a stigma attached to it, whether that's because, maybe it just doesn't come up on a daily basis. Let's jump into actually what it is I wanted to talk about today, because if you guys want to talk about these types of things on a daily basis, I have a WhatsApp group that I've created. We have weekly calls as well. We discuss literally specifically these topics, mental health, self-development, how to overcome what you're going through, and how to kind of work together as a community, as a unit, to help lift each other up and help lift yourself out of that darkness, and then to turn back and to try and pull some other people out of the darkness as well. Because, just because you're winning right now doesn't mean you're always going to be winning. We all fall down, together we rise. And so I think that creating a community like that is important. If you're interested in joining that, you can feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram will be at the bottom of the screen for anyone that's watching this. If you're just listening to podcasts, then you're more like me. You're probably doing stuff right now, whether that's doing your laundry or working out or whatever it is. Maybe it's driving to work. Maybe it's maybe you're just listening to this, and maybe you are stuck in bed and your mindset's a little fucked up, and whatever it is. So my Instagram's at Mark D. Henriksen. It'll be in the show notes if you're listening to the podcast of this below, wherever the show notes are for you. But you can link up with me. You can chat with me. You can join this community. You can get involved in the WhatsApp group. You can, join weekly conversations about things like this. Or you can just tune in and listen in when I get to have these discussions. But let's jump into, it's been a few minutes now, and let's actually just jump into what it is I actually wanted to talk about today. And before I jump into that, I want you to kind of maybe like put yourself into the shoes of who I'm speaking about right now. And who I'm speaking about, he might actually be a guest on this podcast one day. It's been in the works for a while. We've been chatting about it. He's a friend of mine. And he's someone I look up to for a couple different reasons. But, we all find ourselves in these positions sometimes, I feel like, because essentially what's happening is he's putting in the work to perform. He's grinding away. He's getting himself ready. He's getting his body, his mind, everything ready for a set date, because something's coming up. So he's preparing for that thing. And we've all been there, whether that's a physical fight, like an altercation, or maybe it's a mental fight. Maybe it's something like a job interview. Maybe it's something like a date with your partner. Or maybe it's something like, maybe it is a fight. Maybe it's something that's going to test you physically. We all, get in these positions where we're preparing to do something. And when we have a set, timeline, a set goal in mind, maybe an opponent in mind, whoever it could be, whatever it could be, whatever challenge you're gearing yourself up to face. And then all of a sudden, that challenge just kind of disappears. It vanishes. Like that opportunity to grow vanished in front of you. And for a lot of people, that's how they look at it. Like, my opportunity's gone, my fight's gone, my job interview's gone, my relationship's gone, whatever it could be. And then that kind of gives us, this false sense of, maybe it's time to chill out. Maybe it's time to relax. Maybe it's time to take it easy. We don't have a challenge coming up. Now, this can be good because when you notice, okay, now I have a little bit of chance to recover, a little bit of, you got to be mindful of that. You got to be mindful of, okay, I've been grinding for months on end, and now I do have this opportunity to recover a little bit. But you also got to be honest of, do you need that recovery? And what kind of recovery do you need? And I've talked about this before. Do you need the type of recovery where you kick your feet up and down a bottle of wine or a bottle of whiskey or a 6-pack of beers? You order yourself a fucking pizza and binge watch your favorite shows on Netflix for hours and hours and hours? Is that rest? Is that recovering you? Is that making you feel better? Is that preparing you for battle? Mentally, physically, whatever it is that really what rest is for you? Because I think that if you were to look at it with like an objective perspective, I mean, like take all the emotion out of it. Those things that we just discussed, you know, the instant gratification of drinking that bottle of wine, drinking that bottle of whiskey, drinking a couple beers, you know, having your fucking pizza, having whatever you know, Church's Chicken or KFC, whatever the fucking cheat meals you have, I don't know. You know, the food that you put in your body, that instant gratification food, we all know what I'm talking about. That shit takes a fucking toll on your digestive system. And you don't need to be a scientist to understand that when you're fucking wreaking havoc on your digestive system and your entire body, the biology of what's going on, the chemistry of what's going on by introducing it to all these fucking toxic chemicals, that's not rest. You're giving your body more work. You're giving your body more adversities to overcome. You know, when you sit on that couch and you just wallow in your sadness, do you think that recovers your body? Do you think that it recovers your mind? All you're doing is taxing your system even more. And so when we have these opportunities, it's important that we stay sharp. It's important that we stay, you know, because say my friend who's preparing for a fight right now, say he lets off the gas and he just chills out for a little bit. And then all of a sudden, maybe, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month from now, your fucking opportunity is right in front of you. Boom, poof, there it is. It's right in front of you. And what have you been doing for the last month? You've been sitting on your fucking couch, chilling out, fucking eating, I don't know, whatever the fuck you eat, doing nothing, letting your body get used to just sitting on the couch. And now whoever has been out there putting in the work, keeping their pencils fucking sharp, whatever, you know, they're going to fucking crush anybody that's been sitting on their ass. And so I get it. Like if you need a fucking rest, so be it. Take your fucking rest. Because if you don't take that rest, you'll never be able to give your maximum output in your training, whether that's, like I said, physical, mental. Maybe you're just training to be more patient and compassionate with your fucking partner. Whatever it is. When we get these moments where it feels like the pressure's off, a lot of us, including myself, tend to kick back. They tend to relax. And then when the opportunities present themselves for us, we're not even ready for them because we've been sitting and chilling and quote unquote resting, when really we've been using our preparation time to set ourselves back even further. So, look, I'm not trying to say that I'm fucking perfect. I'm not trying to say that, you know, I'm always ready for every single thing that's in front of me. What I'm saying is this is a reminder to do so, right? To not let these times where we get comfortable, these times where maybe the adversity disappears, those are the times when we need to be focusing the most. Those are the times when everyone else kicks back and chills. And then we wonder why, you know, every time we have an opportunity, someone else gets it. Someone else takes it from us. Someone else, you know, whether you want to see it as someone else takes it from us or maybe we just fucking failed at it. You know, what does that do to our confidence? What does that do to our self-esteem? When every time we have that opportunity, we fucking piss it away. Because what were we doing beforehand? Pissing it all away. Pissing our opportunities to grow away. So, if you're like my friend, or if you're like me, or if you're like, you know, fuck, everybody's felt like this. So if you're like you know, when you get those times where you feel like it's time to kick back and chill, just fucking don't. Don't rob yourself of the fucking future opportunities that you're going to have. And don't gift wrap them for the people that you want to fucking prove wrong. Because understand this. The people that you want to prove wrong, the people that told you no, the people that said that you couldn't do it, the people that said that, maybe they're your competitors, maybe they're your friends, maybe they're your family members, maybe they're just telling you just to fucking, give up on your dreams. The only way you can prove them wrong is to continue to work when they're not. They're not going to fucking, they're not going to believe in you as a fighter, as an entrepreneur, as a partner, as a leader, as a father, as a mother, as a teammate. They're not going to believe in you until you've done what you can do. And what you can do can't be done unless you prepare for it. None of us. Well, there's a small 1% of people who are born with these types of skills that are just quote unquote naturals. But that's not natural. Not all of us, most of us are not naturally gifted to do the things that we want to do and to do the things that we have to do and to do the things that will add value into the communities and societies around us. We're not naturally gifted those abilities. We have to work on them and we have to develop them. And if you're not doing those things and you're not developing those skills, when the time comes to fulfill your purpose, someone else is going to do it. And that makes every single fucking minute that you do, commit to your work, commit to your craft, and trying to get yourself better at it. If you don't put in the work during those times of rest, if you don't put in the work during those times of, when it feels easy or it feels like the pressure's been let off, if you don't put in those hours, that 10,000th hour, if you put in 9,999 hours, but you don't put in that last one and someone else does, it's going to feel like it was done with no purpose. It's going to feel like it was done meaninglessly. And again, you need to ask yourself, how's that going to feel? And this isn't like a guilt trip. This is just meant to be set as a reminder. Sometimes the pressure does let off. And sometimes the struggles don't seem as bad. Or sometimes it feels like we're waiting for the opportunity. But if you wait for your fucking opportunity, you're going to miss it. Or you're not going to be even qualified for it. However, if you keep grinding and you keep working and you keep trying to perfect your craft and you keep trying to get better, then you're going to A, create more opportunities for yourself, and B, you're going to be better prepared when the opportunities present themselves. And so I'm talking about this right now as if you're preparing for a fight. You're doing your push-ups, you're doing your sparring rounds, you're dieting, you're sleeping properly, you're mentally fucking feeding yourself good information, motivating information. You're not letting yourself deter from whatever plan that you have. But not all of us are fighters. Some of us are maybe you're single and you're waiting for a relationship. Well, chances are your last fucking relationship failed. And chances are you might have had some sort of a role in that. And now if you're sitting around waiting for another opportunity at a relationship, someone that's going to give you their time, their love, their energy, their compassion, their patience, their tolerance, etc. If you don't work on the skills that ruined your last relationship, in the meantime, when there is no other partner and it's just you, by the time you meet that new person, you're going to be in the exact same boat and you're going to piss away that relationship as well. If you get fired from a job because you didn't understand your job description properly and you didn't get along with your boss, you didn't get along with your coworkers, maybe you were confused, maybe you were ill prepared, whatever it could be, and then you sit around and you're watching Netflix and eating fucking Cheetos, and then you get another opportunity from another employer and they hire you. You're not a better employee at that time. You're not adding more value. You're just going to get fired again. Or you get a cushy enough job that you can't get fired. You're just going to be fucking miserable every day. right? So this transpires or trans fucking lates, or it's this is it's universal. It goes into every area of life. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job opportunity, whether it's a fight that you're preparing for, whatever it could be. If you're not preparing in the times where people aren't watching, if you're not preparing when you don't have your opportunity yet, by the time you get your opportunity, you're going to dwindle it away. And I've done that so many times in my life, in every area of my life, whether it is, a physical thing like a sport, whether it's a job opportunity, or, if you're someone like me, I've done it in, pretty much every relationship I've been in. So I got to say thank you for everybody that's ever fucking had the patience to deal with me, and thank you for the lessons that you taught me, because now I can, do my best to implement those lessons and make every relationship I have in the future, romantically, friendships, with my family, whatever it could be, I can work on that, maybe my defects or the things that caused altercations in the past. I can try and make myself a better partner, a better friend, a better, family member, a better, ultimately a better part of my community. Because if you have the same problem with multiple people, chances are you're part of the problem. Right? It sucks to hear, but it's the truth. So don't allow yourself to be that problem every time. It's okay if you have flaws. And that's another thing that I feel like I have to reef on a little bit more, is like, it's okay to fuck up. It's okay to have those times where, hell, maybe for the last fucking 3 weeks, you've been kicking your feet up. I know in some ways I have been, and it's not in bad ways. Like, I've been spending more time with my family. I've been spending a little bit more time, with my loved ones, and a little bit less time on the podcast, on my work, etc. And now I'm just giving you guys this reminder because I'm giving myself this reminder. It's time to buckle up. It's time to fucking, pedal to the metal. We got to go full speed. It is a marathon, but, most people don't walk a marathon. And most people prepare for the marathon. They don't just show up on race day. So, whatever marathon you find yourself running right now, it's okay to fucking slow down and stop and take a rest. But it's not okay to fucking quit. And if you're not running your marathon yet, and it's like 6 months in advance right now, and you feel like you got time to chill, you could get a knee injury the month before. So prepare for that then. Or like, always try and prepare yourself. Because say an opportunity does come up and you do fail at it, you don't get that job that you interviewed for, the person that you wanted to be in a relationship with tells you that they're not interested, you're registered to fight someone in an amateur fight that could be your next opportunity if you want to be a fighter, and then they drop out or the venue gets canceled. Maybe you do get your opportunity and you've prepared for it and you still didn't get to execute on it, or you didn't get the results you were looking for. At least when you go to bed at night, you can go to bed thinking, I did everything I could do. That's a way better feeling than having your opportunity finally come to you and then to sit in bed at night when no one else is around and to understand and know that it's your fault. You didn't do enough to prepare. And I've felt like that. How it's kept me up so many times, and that's why I'm making this episode for you right now. So, prepare for the shit that you want. Even if it doesn't seem like you're going to get it immediately, even if it doesn't seem like you're going to get it in the next fucking year, whatever it could be, start fucking preparing today. That's it. That's all I got. So I hope that brings you a little bit of value. I hope that brings you a new perspective. Might not be very entertaining today, but it's just a little bit of a morning thought that I had to get out before I ate my breakfast. So I hope you're having a good day. It's morning time for me right now, whether it's, maybe it's the evening time and you're sitting back reflecting on what you've been doing. Maybe it's the morning and you're getting ready to prepare for your next day. Whatever it is, I hope that this gave you a little bit of a a little boost, a little bit of a little bit of motivation to do the shit that you don't want to do today, to prepare yourself for that opportunity coming. So that's all I got for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this, if you think that other people could enjoy this, or they need to hear this, please do share the show. Help me grow. I do appreciate everybody that supports it. But that's all I got going on for today. And I hope you guys enjoy it. So much love and peace out.